I don't know about you guys, but I've had to give myself a lot of pep talks in the bathroom this week. I'm happy to be here in college, though. I like learning. It's cool. You don't know something, and then you know something. I went to school as a kid. Learning as a kid is weird because sometimes you'll hear something and it will change your entire view of the world. For example, when I was younger, I thought that you only got a certain amount of blood in your body and that was all. I was constantly afraid that I would fall and bleed and die. And I thought you had to like recycle your blood. Like that's what I thought people meant when they said they were like licking their wounds. And then I went to class one day and the teacher was like, your body makes more blood for you when you need it. It's a huge weight off my shoulders. But there's some stuff that they don't teach you in school. You know, they don't warn you about puberty. One day when I was around 11, I felt 2 lumps on my chest and I thought I had cancer. I forced my mom to take me to the doctor, where this old man, the doctor, said, "May I feel?" And I like somberly let him put his hand down my shirt and feel around. I was ready for my diagnosis. I'd already planned my like Make-A-Wish request. It was gonna be tickets to Wicked on Broadway. Then he, removed his hand from my shirt and was like, "You don't have cancer, you're just developing breasts." And I was like, good to hear. It was an awkward ride home with my mom. I had to go shopping for some clothes over Thanksgiving break, and I don't really mind shopping, but dressing rooms kind of fundamentally break me as a human being. I will walk into the dressing room with the confidence of a 6th grader who like hasn't been hit with acne or braces yet. You know, like she still has the confidence to perform an acoustic version of the pop song on the ukulele for her talent show. And then by the end, I'm in a corner like Gollum, shielding my eyes from the fluorescent lights. Side note on fluorescent lights, why do stores have them? Do they want every room to look like a crime scene? Do they want their customers to know that their pores have pores? But I kind of do the dressing room thing to myself because as I'm like shopping through the store, I'll grab clothes that I know are too small, but I'll justify it. I'll be like, it's an extra small, but it's from the maternity section. And then I go in and I try on my regular clothes, and then I look at the smaller selection I've made for myself. And I'm not flexible, but if I need to get into something tight, I'm like a retail yogi. And I can just contort my body to get it on. But then once I have it on, thanks to the help of like the 13 mirrors in the dressing room, I realize it's a mistake. I see parts of my body I didn't know I had. You know, like I didn't know my tailbone could have its own love handle. But I know I need to get it off. And I can usually like get the clothing off of my torso and my chest, but then I get stuck with my arms like pinioned above my head, and the clothing is stretched across my face, so I look like the Slender Man. Do you know those like stories of mothers who will see their kid like about to get trapped under a bus and they'll have the adrenaline to like lift up the bus and save their child? That is the adrenaline I get when I know I need to get that piece of clothing off. I flail around and I look like a possessed marionette. And for some reason, it always feels timed. Like, I feel like I have 30 seconds, and if I can't get it out in 30 seconds, this clerk will run in and, like, force me to leave the store and walk the mall in shame. But I always get it off, and then I leave the dressing room like I just got back from Nam. And people will kind of look annoyed sometimes that they had to wait for me, but they don't realize that I'm, like, fighting for my life in there. And I feel guilty. I always end up buying something. I'll buy like a white t-shirt kind of as a flag of surrender. And then I burn it later to free myself from sin. Over break, I also saw some people from high school, which was weird. I saw this couple who had been in high school. They dated from like the first day of high school. And they were the type of couple that seemed very immature separately, but together they were like weirdly mature. Like I can imagine one of them being like, "Babe, could you pick up the kids after pre-calc?" And they would do this like flirty thing on the phone. The girl would be like, "Okay, goodbye. Did you hang up? You said you'd hang up. Oh my God. Okay, no, you hang up first. Hello? Oh my God, hang up." They they had this weird language with each other, just through the one word babe. Over break, I saw them at this party, and they were both sitting on the couch, and the girl got up, and the guy pointed to his empty beer, and he was like, babe. And she kind of looked, and she was like, babe. And he was like, babe. Babe. And he kind of got a little lower, like, babe. And she got a little more like a sheep, like, babe. And they just kept at it, babe. Babe. And by the end, it was like a gorilla and a sheep just, babe. Babe. I think they broke up, but I'm not really sure because I couldn't understand what they were saying. Thank you. Next up.